Everything that I crocheted in 2024.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. You guys could probably see that I've changed my channel name to the Crochet Diaries instead of my business name, Crochet Couture UK. I just thought the Crochet Diaries just sounded a lot better, and also I don't know, I just felt like with the new year coming, I wanted to have like a new change with the channel and everything. So I'm now called the Crochet Diaries, which is the podcast name. The podcast episodes are still going to be on the channel. It's just going to be under the playlist called podcast instead of the Crochet Diaries. Welcome guys to another episode, another video. Hope you guys enjoy what I have in store for today's video. So it's getting to the end of 2024, and I thought since there was a Spotify Wrapped, I might as well do my own crochet wrapped, like everything that I've crocheted this year in 2024. So that's what this video is. I'm just going to show you guys everything that I've crocheted this year. I still have a lot of stuff that I want to crochet like in the last couple of days of December, but I'm gonna show you everything I've crocheted from January till now, December 19th. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and let's just get straight into the video. I feel like my crochet journey has definitely improved from the first time I started crocheting, the first couple years, the first couple months that I started crocheting. I feel like it's definitely gotten better. I've made more creative stuff. I've crocheted a lot of stuff for my Pinterest boards that I've wanted to crochet, and I just feel like my skills have improved. So saying that I have a lot of hats is actually an understatement. I haven't counted how many hats that I have, but these are basically the hats in question. Off of my Staffers beanies, one is a purple and pink combo with like a pearl earring in the middle and then the fuzzy yarn bit. I absolutely love these hats because it just looks really pretty. Me and my sister, we literally had a photo shoot, and I'm gonna leave some pictures on the screen so you guys can see it on, because right now I can't really wear the hat because my hair is all styled up, and yeah. But basically I literally have these hats in 4 different colors. I have the purple and pink one, then we have the pink and cream. This one is my favorite one because it just looks so appealing to the eye. It's just pretty. Then we have the green, the earthy greens, just like 2-tone green colors. The pearl fell out of this one, but we have the earthy browns as well. Honestly, so pretty, and I love them so much. So then the next group of hats that I made, these are my cloudburst beanies, cloudburst ruffle beanies. This one that I made it with my scrap yarn. Actually, I had like this weird kind of textured yarn that my mum had from years ago, and I decided to use dark blue and this polyester fluffy yarn as well, and I just combined the two, and this is how it turned out. It looks pretty cool, and I like how unique it looks as well, like with the different blue textures and then the ruffly bit as well. And then I made another style of that hat. This one was originally a mushroom hat actually. I have a tutorial on the channel, so if you want to make it you can. But yeah, this is basically, well, was the mushroom ruffle hat, but I just took the spots off because I didn't really like how it looked with the spots. Then this one I made in Italy. This was the hat that I made that made me decide to call it the cloudburst beanies because it looks like a cloud. I don't know if you can see it, but like the fluffy white polyester yarn just kind of looks like clouds to me, so I just decided to call it the cloudburst ruffles. Another one, this one was also made the same day actually. I made these two in the same day with my scrap yarns. This one is probably the prettiest scrap yarn project that I've made because the colors just go well together, like it's all just bright. And then again added the ruffly bits of the polyester yarn, which I love as well. And then I made another ruffle beanie. I don't know why I keep calling it a beanie, it's a ruffle hat, but I made another cloudburst ruffle hat, but this one was the pink and grey combo. So yeah, these are my cloudburst ruffle beanies. So then I made some more ruffle hats. This one was a Ghana ruffle hat. I like this one, however I feel like I did too many rounds for the top bit, so it just looks really long, and when you wear it, it kind of covers your face. However, it's still really cute considering it's the first Ghana project that I've made. I kind of just improvised with the star because I didn't know how I was going to add the star on, but I decided to just like needle the star onto it and just, I don't know how to explain it, but like surface stitch the star on, but it wasn't really a surface stitch. It was more like a needle surface stitch. And I made another ruffle hat, but this one is very like not as ruffly. This one is a very subtle ruffle hat that I made with my color change in yarn. I don't know how to feel about it, but just because the ruffle is very small, I usually like to have very accentuated, very dramatic ruffle hats, but this one's more subtle. So if you like more subtle ruffle hat looks, then this is basically the ruffle hat for you. Made another Ghana beanie. This one was actually for my brother. He had international day at school, and he asked me if I could make him a Ghana beanie because he made a Psyche K hat. This hat has been on my Pinterest board for the longest time. It's a hat that I've wanted to make. Literally, when I first started learning how to crochet, it was one of the hats that I saw and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to make it. And eventually I made it back at uni, and I'm so obsessed with it. Like, when I first saw it and I posted it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this hat is so cute. Like, it's so adorable. And even the antenna freestyled basically the round bit, the antenna bit, and this bit as well. Also made a Tony Chopper ruffle hat, not ruffle hat, a Tony Chopper helmet hat, but I sold that one to a customer for an anime con. Restyled that hat as well. The first one that I made was last year during summer, and then I gave that one to my friend, and then the second one that I made was for that girl. Honestly, the best freestyle project that I've ever made, because I just couldn't find any tutorials on YouTube or like any written patterns that people were selling. Like, I just couldn't find it, so I used my knowledge of what I knew how to make and just kind of made my own version of his hat. I still have quite a lot of hats left, guys. These hats are my, where have they gone? These are my ice petal beanies. Look at how beautiful this flower is. It's so pretty. And then I made another one in blue. This one's quite big. It's bigger than the other two that I have. Then I also made a green version. I feel like the green one looks good, but you can't really see the flowers as well as you can see on the pink and the blue hat. Like, the pink one is honestly my favorite because you can just see the flower a lot better. Same with the blue one, but like I say, the green one is a bit harder to see. I feel like if I swapped them around, if I had the light green on the outer bit and then the dark green for like the flower, looked a bit better. Ice petal beanies that I also am selling on my Instagram and my website, which will be coming out in the new year, so keep an eye out for these hats as well if you want to purchase them. And I wanted to experiment with like different styles and like more textures. I decided to make this bear hat, and I added a bow to it, and again I added the polyester fluffy yarn, and it turns out really good. This one, I feel like the ears was a bit, not the ears, but like the ear flaps was a bit too long. However, I decided to add this bit, I don't know what it's called. I just decided to add like this strap bit, so you tie it on and then you wrap it like it wraps around your chin, kind of like a balaclava, but it's not fully a balaclava. And I decided to make a cat beanie. I don't know, I feel like I don't really like making cat beanies because they just look awkward to me when I make them. Other people's ones turn out really good, but whenever I make them, it just looks awkward, and I don't know, maybe it's my head shape. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so then moving on to the last two hats that I made. I made this beanie with this mohair fluffy yarn and polyester yarn. These yarns were literally my mom's, and I decided to just use them up because it was just collecting dust, and you know, you don't want to waste yarn when it has potential, so I just turned it into this beanie. It's a bit tight, but it still fits nicely if I'm wearing a wig, and yeah, it just feels really soft and it just feels really nice, you know. And this one was the original ice petal beanie that I made at the start of the year. Originally it was going to be like a crop top with just the squares, but it just wasn't given. I didn't like how it looked like as a top because it was too short and it barely covered my boobs, so I was just like, you know what, let me just turn it into a hat. I experimented with it, added the top bit of the hat, and boom, this was created. And again, this one also looks really good if I'm wearing like a wig or something, because usually when I have butterfly locks, it's just kind of bulky and it just looks weird with the hat, in my opinion. But when I wear a wig or my natural hair with it, it just gives what it needs to give, and it just looks nicer. Moving on to accessories and like smaller pieces. I don't really have many accessories that I made this year, just because I don't know, I just didn't feel the need to have a lot of them. But yeah, let's go into accessories and stuff. Okay, so I made some scrunchies. I have a purple one and another yellow one. It's literally a very small scrunchie. I also made this pink scrunchie, very small, very quick and easy. This is the biggest scrunchie that I made, very ruffly, very big. It's very pretty. The difference in size, this one is just, it's so pretty and I just love it. So yeah, let me try and put one on actually. Yeah, this is what it looks like. And the other one, it's very pretty, it's very cute. I definitely want to make another one of this one because it's given, like, it's so pretty. And then the pink one, not so big, but it's still cute if you want like a subtle scrunchy kind of look. I don't know where the other purple one is gone, but I made 4 scrunchies this year. Not a lot, but it's still something. So then I made these star earmuffs. This is how it looks like, the stars, and then I added this bit at the bottom to tie it just so it fits snugly. So then I made these starfishes. These were actually originally meant to be flowers, but I attached them together wrong, so I put them together in a wrong order. Like, I have this yellow one, I have a pink one, I have a purple, a blue and a green one, but I don't know where they've disappeared to because I took them to Italy and I put them on my outfits and like in my hair as an accessory, and when I came back from Italy I don't know where I put them, so this is the only one that I could find to show you guys. But it's so cute, like it's given starfish for real. Like, look, it's a starfish. Made another headband. I don't know where the straps have gone. This is a headband that I made for my I'm Just a Girl loungewear set. It has a strap, but I don't know where the strap has gone. But essentially you just put it on your head and then the straps you turn, like you tie it at the back into like a bow or whatever you want to tie it into, and that was that. That's all the accessories that I crocheted this year. I'm not done crocheting accessories. Like, I definitely want to add more accessories because I don't know, I just feel like they're cute and it's a nice little touch to my outfits and everything. So I'm definitely going to crochet more in the new year. I'm going to move on to cardigans. I would say jumpers, but I haven't actually made jumpers this year. Well, actually I have, but I sold it. And yeah, this one I made, I think it was in February or January. I made this jumper. I don't know what to call it, cardigan top, I don't know, but I made it and I decided to steam it, and steaming it made the sleeve extremely long. It kind of reminds me of Doflamingo from One Piece. I don't know, can you guys see it? It reminds me of Doflamingo. Basically this is what it looks like. It has a button, I think it was a button to close it, and I don't know, I really like it. I like how it looks. Shoulder part I freehanded, but I saw this cardigan style on Pinterest and I decided just to make my own version. And yeah, the shoulder bits I freehanded. I don't know how, but I somehow managed to get it symmetrical on both sides, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I like how it looks. It's pink. I made this top that Cameron Kane on YouTube made. I saw her tutorial and I followed along, and basically it's this really warm cardigan. I love it. Like, it's so cute, and it didn't take that long to make actually. It only took me like, I think 3 hours to make. It's very simple, it's very cute, and I only use 1 skein of yarn to make. And then I love this one, guys. Like, this one, the colors, I'm obsessed with it. But this is a cardigan. Actually, I don't know if it's a cardigan. It's like a zip up jacket cardigan thing. I was experimenting with using zips for like my projects, and I made, originally it was a cardigan, however I decided to add the zipper to it, and oh, this is how it looks. It's so pretty. Like, look at how pretty it is. I added the zipper and this is what the back looks like. It's so cute. Like, I'm obsessed with it. Back in uni I made this African granny square cardigan. This one doesn't have any African squares at the back. It's literally just a simple panel, and I just added the African granny squares at the front. This one does have buttons, but yeah, this one I wore it whenever I had like library sessions, because it was just cute and it just went with my outfits. I like the symmetry of the flowers, the sleeves as well. I used, I think it was triple crochet, and I love it. Like, it's so pretty. This is what it looks like on. So then I made another African flower square cardigan. This one is the hexagon cardigan, and basically I just have 3 African granny squares, 3 African flower squares at the back, and then the hexagon arms. This one is honestly so big. After steaming it, the sleeves literally just grew in length. Like, before steaming it, the sleeves was like up to here, but after steaming it, like, it literally goes past my arms. So whenever I wear it, I just put my finger through like a hole, and yeah, this is how it looks on. But honestly, I love the looseness of it. Like, I love how big it feels when I wear it. Like, it just looks really pretty and I like it. The last cardigan that I made this year was this, again, an African flower granny square cardigan, but this one was a patchwork style cardigan instead. This was actually the original cardigan that I ever wanted to make, and it's really chunky and big. Okay, not chunky, but it's big. Like, look at the sleeves. I decided to add like cuff sleeves. Like, all my other cardigans don't have like cuffs on them, just because I don't know why I didn't add any cuffs, but I decided to add cuff sleeves to this one, and I'm so glad that I did, because it has like that bulkiness to it, like that bulky cardigan look that I like, and it just turned out really good. And again, I didn't add any buttons to this one because I didn't have buttons at the time of making it, so I just added this string instead so I could just tie it into a bow, and I added some more strings down here so I can tie it again into a bow, or I can tie it at the back and then turn it into like a shrug cardigan, so like, or like a bolero. So just tuck it in at the back and then it becomes like a bolero. But basically, this cardigan, I wore it on a date and I wore it to watch Wicked, because you see the green and the pink. Yeah, this is my cardigan that I made literally, I think it was in November. Yeah, no, I started it in October and I finished it in December because I needed to add the ribbon to it. I also wore it to my graduation and it's really warm, so I'm actually going to leave this one on for the rest of the video because that's all the cardigans that I have to show you guys. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the tops that I've made off of this one. This one was a pattern test for one of my mutuals. I'll leave her Instagram linked in the description and on the video, but this one was actually probably one of my favorite tops that I've made this year, just because of the colors that I've used, like the different tones of purple, and the pattern itself. Like, it's very ruffly and it's very pretty, and at the bottom as well, like, I like how it's a different stitch to the stitch that I tend to use. It was a triple crochet, which is one of the new stitches that I actually started incorporating more of in my projects this year. And then as well, like, I learned a new skill, surface stitching, which I'm pretty proud of actually. Like, it turned out really well. I tried to surface stitch a heart onto this bit and a heart at the top over here. So this top was actually an accidental top. Like, I wasn't intending on turning it into a top, but I ended up making it a top. This is my I'm Just a Girl loungewear fit top. It's literally an open back with the straps. It's a bit messy right now, but I'll leave pictures on the screen. But yeah, it's just essentially a simple, very simple top with no like over the shoulder straps. It's strapless at the shoulders, and yeah, this is basically it. I decided to add some bows on it just to give it some more oomph, just to make it look a bit better. And I also added the pink border as well, just to match the bows and to match the bottoms that I made for it. And again, it's very cute. Like, the top stitches are different to the bottom stitches, but that was intentional anyway for what I was originally going to make. I decided to make this Valentine's Day top. Unfortunately, I didn't have a Valentine, so it was just me, myself and I wearing this top to celebrate. But Basically, it was just a top that I freehanded inspo from Pinterest, and I just decided to make my own. And then I added some fluffy polyester yarn again for the sleeve bit. And for a free-handed project that I just decided to make one evening, it turned out pretty good. So I'm kind of proud of myself with how it turned out. It's an off-the-shoulder top, so literally just the shoulders are showing, and I really like how it turned out. Like the pink and the red also work well together. When at the time of making it, I thought the pink was going to clash with the red, but when I wore it, I was like, oh, the pink actually goes really well with the red. So I'm happy with how this one turned out. Then at the start of the year, I also made this other top. This was actually meant to be like a fairy kind of top, but I just didn't like how it turned out to look. It was too cropped, and I don't know, it was just too short, and I just got unmotivated to carry on with it, so I just left it as this. And yeah, there wasn't really much to say about it, just that I don't really like it too much, so yeah. This top was actually meant to be a jumper, however, again, I got unmotivated to continue with the sleeves because I made it on my Central knitting machine, and if you have one of those, you know that after a while, like, it starts to snag, or like it gets like stiff. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it just doesn't want to work properly, and that's what happened with mine, and it made me not want to carry on with it. So I just left it as a top and decided to like scrunch up the middle bit and turn into another fairy top. It turned out pretty nice with the colors, like the color combination turned out really nice. I would definitely make like a long dress with this kind of yarn if they had it in stock. Right now it's out of stock, but if they had it in stock, I would definitely make a very long dress or a skirt with this kind of yarn. So yeah. Okay, so then I made this top. I found a tutorial on YouTube, and it's like one of those asymmetrical kind of tops. This one, I don't know, I just felt kind of bored, so I was like, let me just try something new and see how it turns out. I like how the hole's like very asymmetrical and it looks really cool. The only thing I don't like about it is the color. Like, it's very luminous and very bright. I don't really know what color it is. It's kind of like a dark, it's like a pinkish reddish illuminating kind of color, and I just don't like the color. But besides the color, it turned out pretty good. Last top that I made was actually a couple days ago. This was originally meant to be like a bra, like a bralette. However, I felt very creative and decided to like kind of just freehand and freeform crochet and add these holes to it. I like the abstract look to it because I don't tend to crochet like abstract clothing, but I just thought it's good to try something new. So I just did this abstract crochet top, and I don't know, I kind of like it, I kind of don't like it. I feel like I just need to let it grow on me. Like, it needs to marinate a bit more. You know, this is the last top that I have to show that I made. This top as well was also free-handed. I made this back in summer, and I used like the shell stitches to make the bottom bit. I honestly don't know how I got it to like angle into a triangle, but it worked perfectly how I wanted it to. So yeah, this is this top. Turns out really well, and then I have some straps here at the side and you tie it at the back, so it's kind of like one of those bandana tops, just it's not a bandana, it's like meant to be like this. But yeah, it turned out pretty good, and I love this top as well. This top I love. This top, honestly, I love it so much. It's just so girly and it's so princessy, but essentially it is not a crop top, but it's like this length, and the back is open. I added some spaces here so I can add a ribbon or like some string and then just wrap it through the back bit just to tie it up at the back, kind of like a corset again. But again, this one is really cute, and I love how I've done the sleeves bit of the top. And I made another one. This was the original one that I made at the start of the year in January. Again, this one I love. It's giving cottage cool. Like, at the start of the year I was really into cottage kind of cool. But yeah, again, it's very cute, but this time I added like the mesh stitching to the body of the top, and then this part is my favorite part of the top. Like, it just I don't know, something about that part of the top is just very cottage core to me, and I just love it. Guys, so moving on to bikinis that I made this year. I made a couple bikinis just because why not, you know. I don't even wear bikinis like that for real, but I just thought it would be nice to make something that I don't usually wear or something that I don't, you know, usually make. So I first made this green bikini. I think this was one of my first bikinis that I made this year. I stayed up the whole night to make it. I literally made 4 triangle bits and then I crocheted 2 triangle bits together just so it's not as see-through as just a one layer. But essentially this is how this one fits, like this. Then I made a Ghana beanie because I made this back in March actually, when it was Ghana's Independence Day. I just decided, let me make a Ghana bikini because why not, you know. And at the time that I made it, I was thinking I can make it and sell it to like any girlies who want to wear it to like Ghana festivals or Ghana parties or like day parties and stuff, that, you know, just want to wear it, or if they just want to wear it to carnival, because it kind of looks like a Jamaica beanie, like, you know, the not the Jamaican flag, but like, you know, the colors of the Jamaican yeah, like, yeah, you guys know what I mean. But yeah, I just decided just to make this bikini. And the good thing about this one is as well, like, you can move the bra bits around, you can cross tie it, you can literally wear it any way you want. And again, still really cute. I wanted to add stars on it, but it would look awkward, so I just left it with no stars. I made a Nami bikini. This one was actually for a cosplay that I did. If you guys don't know what One Piece is, there's basically a character called Nami in it, and I decided to cosplay her and crochet her bikini bra, and this is how it turned out. Honestly, I love this cosplay. This was probably one of the most fun cosplays that I've made. Okay, so then I made this black bikini on the airplane, actually, on my way to Italy for my family holiday. I actually wore this to the beach and I wore this to the swimming pool, and it held out pretty well. It still smells like chlorine now, but it was still really pretty good. Very simple, just a plain black bikini bra. Okay, so then I made this pink bikini back in January, I think. Again, very simple. I just added like a white border to it, and I've never actually worn this one anywhere. I just wore it in my bedroom to take pictures and stuff in it, but I really like how it turned out. But that's everything that I have time for in this video. I still have a lot more stuff, but I feel like the lighting outside is changing and my light died, so the video is going to be quite long, so I'm going to leave the rest of the stuff for a part 2, and the rest of the stuff that I crochet at the end of this year, well, at the end of the month, I will include in the part 2. So I'll see you guys in part 2 of my everything that I crocheted in 2024. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, comment and subscribe, and make sure to keep an eye out for part 2 of this video. I'll see you guys then in that video, but take care everyone. Bye.